Hi there, Libra. Welcome to my reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your angel reading for the week of September 13th through 19th of 2021. And it's a beautiful time. It's just amazing this fall, and it's, during the day, at least today, it's amazingly beautiful and warm. It still feels just like summer. And then we get to the evening and the air just feels crisp. You know how fall feels. And it's fresh. And we're thoroughly enjoying both of those, getting summer and fall all in the same day every day. So this is your general reading, which means that all of your guardian angels are here as a collective to give your messages. So as such, it means that maybe not all portions of this will fully resonate with you. That's okay. Just leave that for somebody else. No worries. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we have ancestors, generations going on. And so there's a lot of influences. It's like some of you are becoming more aware now of the things that are within you that you have inherited from your ancestors. So some of that is physical characteristics. Some of that is, there's some generational healing maybe to be done. Some of it is the blessings, that you've received, the abundant mindset and things like that, right? And so just being aware of the things that have been passed down to you from your ancestors. And it's not just your parents. It's from before that and before them and before them and before them, right? And so all those things kind of as a collective, they come and they culminate all in you. And so it feels like you are doing some generational healing. It really feels like you're taking some of the things that you've inherited kind of unknowingly, that you are growing and healing yourself in all directions of time, is what they're saying. And so that is creating this ancestral healing, and it's a beautiful thing. And for some of you, you're not even aware you're doing that. You're healing yourself, you're doing your own hard work, and in that way, you are healing some of these things so that future generations don't need to take them with them. And so it's exceptionally good that you're doing that. Yes. It feels, some of you, it feels a little bit, not quite panicky, but it's almost like it makes you kind of catch your breath a little bit. Like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do, is kind of how it feels. And yet you're doing it. When you stop and you kind of observe, you're doing it. You've been doing it for quite a while. And it's a glorious thing. Thank you. All your whole family line is grateful. So, your ancestors who are watching, they are happy that those things are being healed now. So when I ask, are there things deliberately that you can do to continue this generational healing? The angels just say, whatever comes up for you is, it's in the same way that you've been working on things in the past. Little more things are going to continue to come up for the length of time that you're living on Earth, right? Like it continues. If you stop doing that, then you're no longer living on Earth, right? And so as they continue to come up, you will continue to deal with them and look at them, square in the face, and how these, sometimes it's generational, sometimes you don't, but it doesn't matter because you're healing it, right? And so good for you. Good for you. You're doing a very good job. And so part of that is your soulmate. It feels like your soulmate has been your soulmate in several lifetimes. And so, yeah, some of you have found your soulmate already. Others are looking, and that person is available to you. So sometimes soulmate is a romantic partner, sometimes is a friend, sometimes honestly you don't even really like them, but they keep coming into your life and they keep showing you things, and they keep assisting your growth. So yeah, just be thankful for them, even the times that you're thinking, oh, just go away already. you know Sometimes that's how it is. Not usually, not usually, but the odd time, that's how it goes. Usually it is a very close friend, or a romantic partner or a lover, someone like that. And so for those of you who have found yours already, just remember to treasure them, right? We get so that we take them for granted. And so now it's time, though, for you to remember to treasure that person and really let them know how much you do appreciate them and love having them in your life. Yeah, it's time to just let that grow deeper. For those of you who are looking for your soulmate, they are here. They are very close by. So now it's time to get yourself into receptive mode, right? So, you can't just stay home all the time and expect them to come somehow magically show up in your home and your life. I mean, you have to make some effort. You have to go out to places where you would expect to find like-minded people. Like if you're interested in children's activities, then the place to go is with children, right? If you're interested in more adult type activities, then that's the kinds of places that you will frequent in order to run into your soulmate and be able to meet them, right? So sitting at home on your couch with your blinds drawn is not going to do it. So be curious, go have a look. I'm sure you will find them. Okay. And so it looks, because there are two of these right here, Solitude and Retreat. And so it's time for you to, other than putting yourself out there to find your soulmate, other than doing that, in between times, spend some time alone. And when you're doing that, I'm being shown that you're still always doing something. You're watching a movie, or you're reading a book, or you're on social media, or you're doing something. But they want you to not do something. They want you to be alone with you. And they want you to really notice what your thoughts are. Notice what direction you want your life to go. Notice what you want. Get to know yourself. How do you react in certain situations? And think through that. Even if you think you embarrassed yourself, it's really hard to bring that out and look at it, right? Because then you get embarrassed again. But, when you're alone and you're in your thoughts, there's no extra embarrassment, right? So just bring it out, have a look at it, discover why you felt that way. Whether it was embarrassment or anger or frustration or love or, whatever it was, bring it out and have a look at it and really get to know yourself and see how you tick. And so anything of that, of your reactions, of your, that triggers, the things that triggered you, anything like that, now's your opportunity to change that if you didn't like it. Yeah. So really go deep within yourself. Spend some time alone with yourself, with your thoughts, and really knowing what makes you tick. That's going to be really important for you this week. Yeah. And so I'm not sure if these just kind of came out in the wrong order. It feels like soulmate and romance should have gone together. And I wasn't actually paying attention too much to the romance card earlier. But so romance is a fun, beautiful part of your week. And so they're telling me that don't sit and wait for it. Okay, same message, right? Don't sit and wait for it. Go out and look for it. Go out and create it. If your partner is maybe not the romantic type, who says you can't be the romantic one, right? Like you can't just wait for it all the time and expect that to come and be just what you wanted, right? Sometimes you can, but a lot of times you have to create it for yourself. And, and teach your partner what kinds of things you would like to receive in return, right? And that's not the whole purpose of it. The purpose of it is to get closer to them, and to spend some quality, beautiful time together. And so that's, the goal you will have when you're creating whatever activity it is to make the romance. But at some point then in the future, you can say, hey, remember when we did that? That was so much fun. Do you want to do something like that again? Let's plan it together this time. Or, whatever it is that floats your boat. Maybe you like planning it and would prefer to just plan it by yourself and then bring them along, however it works for you. But create the romance. Make sure the spark is still there, because we all get busy and we forget to, appreciate them in the in-between times. So this is a reminder to do that. And here we have the earth magic. Yes. And the fairies, of course, right? And so that earth magic is available to you just by you noticing it. It is. So get really grounded, especially when you're doing your solitude and your retreat. Get really grounded. Like if you can lay naked on the earth, or, at least with some portion of skin of actual body touching the earth, that really is magic. That promotes healing, that, brings you to the same frequency of the earth. And it really, really brings everything together. It makes you feel better, makes your all your body systems work better. And it's really quite an amazing thing to be grounded all the time. And go forest bathing, they call it. So just being in the trees and noticing them and appreciating them and all that stuff really, really changes up your whole life, your whole vibration. It's amazing. So spend some time doing that. That's, nature and fresh air and all that worked all into one, and getting grounded. And so all of that together really promotes your health and your happiness. So we have one last bit of wisdom from the daily guidance cards. And so your angels have said, you're looking at a change in direction. So it's like getting to know yourself with the solitude, the retreat and stuff like that, finding or appreciating your soulmate and having some romance. All that is new almost, right? Like it's like this change in direction. For some of you, you might be moving, you might be getting a new job, things like that. But for some of you, this is your attitude. It's your perspective, and it feels very much like you suddenly becoming aware of something. It could be just about anything. But so that's what it feels like is you kind of waking up and noticing things and realizing that, hey, it's been like that for a long time. But now you're noticing. That's how it feels. So this change in direction is a positive thing, and it's great for you to embrace it and love that. Okay. All right. So Libra, can you just join with me? I don't have my globe out here today, but let's just spread a whole bunch of beautiful energy, and let's let it flow all around us to everyone around us, and let it continue and continue and continue until it does go all the way around the whole world. That is fabulous. Thank you. For Libra, I want you to know how much I appreciate you, and that I love you, and I will see you next week.